Good love with us. Thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. We are filling up. Needed some fuel. We're going to reset this 96 miles trip on 2.5 gallons. All right. So if you guys want to do the math on that, 2.5. So we take 96, divide that by 2.5, and that gives us our miles per gallon. So we are also recording on the Action 5, and this is just a motovlog on what to expect for the 2025 lineup. I think the Softails and maybe the touring models. Like I said, this is a different Motovlog setup, and we're trying out the Action 5. This is the Pro, the Action 5 Pro. I am excited with the motovlogging capabilities, especially in the low light for the Action 5. We'll see how it works out and the quality. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty good. The GoPro is really good as well, but I'm just, I'm just a little over it. The GoPro, a lot of glitch issues. My GoPros, for some reason, they just turn on and they stay on. Well, one of them does. When I ever have it in the power, maybe it's the media mod. The media mod has always been very glitchy with these GoPros. All right, when I'm trying to transfer files, it won't allow it. It won't let me. I gotta take it out of the mod. Sometimes when I'm motovlogging, it freezes, and then I have to take it out of the media mod, pull the battery out, put it back in, and like reset it. So it's just something that I've grown accustomed to with GoPro. Since I've had the Action 1, the Action 2, and then now the Action 5, hopefully the Action 5 is just as reliable as the first two. All right, and I'm pretty sure the overheating stuff is also going to be addressed. That was another issue with the 9, the 10, and the 12. That's something that I've noticed when GoPro switched over to the larger image sensor. They had that issue where it just overheats. If you're not motovlogging, kind of like what I'm doing now, if you're just at a still or you're just vlogging, like walking and talking and stuff, the GoPro overheats in about 15 to 17 minutes. So that was just stuff that really bothered me, because I'm someone that just likes to hit the record button and then, and just kind of get down to business. I'm not the type of person that goes into the camera, especially when it's mounted onto my helmet. I gotta take it off, and then I gotta go through the settings. Like I said, I just like hitting the shutter button and let's go. So anyways, like I mentioned, 2025 Harley Davidson, we're getting close to the dealer event. There's been a lot of videos, like these AI generated videos on YouTube. And unfortunately, because they removed the dislike button, you can't, or people don't realize until they're like a minute in or 2 minutes in, and they realize it's a fake video. It's AI generated images. So let's start with what I want to see out of these new bikes, especially the Softails, I think, because 2024 was the touring model year. All right, they did a lot, and like I said, they did a lot. I really like what they did. They updated the design. They updated the saddlebags, the fuel tank, the fairings. I'm not a huge fan of the shark nose fairing, the road glide, but I'm getting around to it. All right, I think it looks all right. It's not the best. I think it could have been worse, but I still like the Mount Rushmore, the 2014 to 2023 fairing. That shark nose fairing, I think it's still the best looking fairing Harley Davidson has done for the frame mounted fairings. And then of course the Lowrider ST is also good looking fairing. That's what I currently have on my Sportster. So anyways, I don't think they're going to do anything with the 2024 touring models. I forgot where I was at, but I was somewhere on that topic. I believe the limiteds are the ones that are going to get the facelift, the new Batwing and the new shark nose fairing. Of course, they're also going to have the new software, the new 12-inch infotainment system, the display, the TFT display, a lot of good stuff. Hopefully they do get a price reduction like the 2024 touring models. I think we will see probably a price reduction, but I mean, we are going to the 2025 model, so if there is anything, we'll probably see I mean, typically there's always an increase, typically. So I don't think we'll see a price reduction. I think we're going to see a price increase, and hopefully it's only about $400 to $600. Hopefully, you know, everything's very quite unaffordable right now. A lot of things, interest rates, inflation, surcharges. There's a lot of things that has really driven the price up these last 3-4 years. It's been very hectic, guys. The cost of living has gotten out of control, and these bikes are just going to become more and more unaffordable, just like the housing market and just like everything else. Everything's just really hectic right now. But anyways, back on topic. I believe the limiteds are the ones that are going to get a price. I mean, the updates. Of course, we're going to see riding modes, which is something that I do like. I really enjoy the riding modes. I really like them. I know a lot of people were saying before they even demoed it or before they even tried out the riding modes that everybody was very negative about them, and most of those people never even ridden these bikes with the riding modes. So it does make a significant improvement. You know, it's just mainly the throttle response. So we'll see that, of course. 12-inch TFT displays. I'm hoping they improve the processor on these things in 2025. That's what I'm hoping for. It really needs a processor upgrade, or they just need to rework something, because they still have issues as far as the way I see it. Having the issue of needing to wait for the OS system to warm up or to start up or whatever. I've seen videos where you can boot up the bike while the windshield is blinking. If you boot it up without it kind of fully engaging or fully waking up, you have issues throughout your whole ride, like many different issues. So a lot of folks, just on videos that I've seen, of course, they recommend waiting for the windshield to stop flashing or stop blinking before you turn the bike on. And sometimes I've seen people wait up to a minute or 2 minutes to let the OS, the operating, software, engage and fully wake up. I don't know what it is, but I'm hoping Harley Davidson can improve the processor or improve something, because I believe that's an issue. They also have, of course, the what was it? There was another thing that I was thinking about. Can't remember. Oh yes, there's also the issue of the battery discharge. If you don't have the bike on a tender, or if you don't ride the bike every 2 days, then the battery dies. They have to address that issue. You can't have a brand new 2024 model where you can't leave sitting for more than 2 days before the battery discharges and you can't even turn the bike on. I believe it was 2 days, maybe it's 3 days. Trash and Supply had that issue. I saw somebody else, I think Ride and Wrenching had that issue as well. They have to have the battery on the tender, so I'm hoping Harley can give an update or improve the processor where the battery's not draining. Where the bike is not draining the battery. I think somehow Harley must have done like a quick on and off system where you're not waiting as long for the OS to kind of warm up and to boot up and start up, and that's probably like the drawback or the cause of that is having the battery depleted after 2 days. So they really have to address those things, and I'm hoping they improve the processor, because that's what GoPro did. That's what GoPro did when it came to their the Hero 10, I believe, from the 9s to the 10. There was a lot of issues, and they improved it with, of course, the processor. They made it more responsive. They improved it. The touch was more improved. The boot up was also improved, so I'm hoping maybe Harley can improve the processor on these 2025 so they can address those issues. So that's what I'm hoping for out of the limiteds. Everything else that Harley has been doing, the styling, like I said, I'm a huge fan. The OS, the navigation, I think those little things could do some improvements. But I really hope that the 2025s have improved processors and improved OS system, and hopefully it's nothing to do with the firmware update, because now the 2023s and the 2024s are going to have those issues. So let's move on to the Softails. All right, I have a Lowrider S. I mean, I love that thing. I also really enjoy the Lowrider ST. They've done some improvements. Am I expecting a whole new model out of Harley Davidson for the Softail? I don't think so. The Lowrider ST is fairly new. They introduced that in 2022. And like I said, the Tory models were updated last year. If you guys remember 2017, we had the M8 Tory models, and then 2018 we saw the M8 Softails. So I think as far as design and water cooling and stuff like that, I don't think they'll be able to do those things. I mean, they probably could. Looking at what Harley did with the Reserve and with the radiator and stuff like that, they could do that on the Softails. But I just don't know if it's going to look as good on the Softails. I think, I don't know, you guys can let me know in the comments, would you guys welcome the larger chin on the Softails? It's going to be probably like an extra, what is that, like an extra 4 inches? It's going to be slightly bigger. I don't know if they could retweak it so it fits with the oil cooler. I mean, they could move the oil cooler. They could move it out a bit, out of the frame. So they could definitely do that, and then put the fans behind the water cooler or the radiator, and then they could put the Reserve, kind of like what you guys see on my setup. This is a Sportster. I have an oil cooler on this thing. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but they could definitely put the liquid cooler or the coolant reserve there, kind of like what we see on the toy model. So they could fit it, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna make the Softails water cooled. I believe we might see, I mean, this is wishful thinking, I believe we might see a TFT display on the Softails. It could happen this year. TFT display, riding modes, some of the features, everything that you see with the TFT display, that would be a good improvement. If they can't do the TFT display, then they can probably do the riding modes. I would like to see riding modes on the Softails for 2025. Other than that, I doubt we'll see more of an improvement. Of course, we're going to see colors. We're going to see new colors, and that's pretty much it. That's all we're going to see. I don't think we're seeing a Bronx. I don't believe we're seeing anything as far as the Rev Max models. We might still see the Pan America. We might still see the Sportster S and the Nightster. I mean, I would like to see a different Sportster, something with the 1200, with the 1250 and the Nightster built look. Because the Nightster so far, even with the special, it's still a 975. I think we have to see a 1250 Sportster or a 1250 Nightster. Not really a Nightster, but a 1250 with a traditional style. I'm not a big fan of the Sportster S. I just don't like it. But, I mean, I like the performance, I like the handling, I just don't like the style. The beefy front tire, the cartoonish looks, the cafe seat, the cafe rear fender. I'm more of a traditional Harley style bike. You guys see my Roadster? I completely changed it. I put a full rear fender on it, I put saddlebags on it. And of course, I recently installed the Lowrider ST fairing on it as well. Like I was saying earlier, I'm hoping we see at least the riding modes. That's really what I want to see. I want to see riding modes in 2025. I'm hoping for the TFT displays, and if we're lucky, along with the riding modes, I doubt we'll see liquid cooled. But hey, liquid cooled would also be fantastic on the Softails. That's pretty much it. That's my wish list for 2025. I owe about, I'm almost finished with my Lowrider S, the payments and stuff. It's been 4 years. I've been paying a little bit extra every month. So, I don't know. The wife won't let me get another bike. I already have two bikes. This is my Sportster. I also have the Lowrider S, of course, with the FX3 fairing. I'm currently updating that build right now. You guys are gonna like it. I think you guys are gonna like it once I have it all said and done. I've really, not completely done a 180 on the build. Just added hard saddlebags and updated the paint, changed it up, for 2025. So, is there anything else? As far as the CVOs, I think we're still going to see the same ones, of course. I believe we're still going to see the same ones. Maybe the trikes, I guess, the Road Glide 3 and the Freewheeler. Of course, there's also the Road King. I mean, they really can't do anything with the Road King, right? Because it doesn't have a fairing. I guess they could update the windshield, change it up a little bit. I think they could do something. But as far as the Road King, the only thing that we're really going to change is, of course, the side covers, the fuel tank, and the saddlebags. I mean, there isn't really anything else for them to change on the Road King. It's also going to have the liquid cooled 117. I think they're going to bring that over, the liquid cooled, but they'll have to have some type of a TFT display on the Road King because you don't have an infotainment system. I think what they could do is adapt the Rev Max TFT displays because they already have it. They don't have to do, they don't have to R&D a TFT Speedo. They don't have to do anything like that. That's why I'm hoping for the TFT display or the Speedos on these Softails and the Road King. They have the Speedo from the Rev Max. They could just move that over to the air-cooled models. So they should be able to do it. So if they're doing, of course, all the features that they're bringing over from the 2023, 2024 CVOs and the 2024 touring models, I think they should be able to adapt that technology to the Road King with the with the Rev Max Speedo, or maybe they could probably do something different if they really wanted to, but just cost wise to kind of keep the price down and not introduce something entirely new and have completely different R&D and having to develop that, and it'd be financially it'd be a lot better for them just to grab the Speedo from the Rev Max, meaning the Sportster S, and just put it onto the Road King and the Softail models, and that way they will have access to the riding modes and all that other stuff. They can also do what the Springfield did. The Springfield and what some of these new controls on the 2024 touring models, they could just add functions and buttons on top of the hand controls. They could add them right here, where you could just click the button, and then of course on your Speedo, which is mine's down there, you'll have different indicators. You'll probably have a blue light for rain mode, green light for standard mode, and then of course a red light for sport mode or something like that. That way people know where they're at in the riding modes. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching yet another video. Thanks for hearing me ramble, and we'll see how the footage on on the Action Pro 5 looks. You guys can let me know in the comments if it looks pretty good. I am currently recording with my digital recorder. I'm considering buying a transmitter for the Action 5 to kind of have everything all just one go. You know, you hit the shutter button on the Action 5, and then the mic automatically turns on and all that other stuff. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching yet another video. Thanks for supporting the channel. You guys can let me know in the comments what's your guys' wish list for 2025, or how much do you think the prices are going to go up by? 400, 500, 600 bucks? I really think it's going to go up by $400 to $600. The touring models, they might get an increase of 900 bucks, maybe. So, thanks for watching. Life's a risk. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.